Some mid-caps seem to have found their funk once again. Polycab is up around 4%. Oil India is doing well. Lupin from the broader markets, actually, the entire pharmaceutical space, Granules, Lupin, we're seeing decent gains out there. Alchem Labs is the other one, which has now moved into the green after being in the red for most part of today's trading session. But what's actually shining this time around is gold. Manisha joins in with all things there. Manisha, I thought that you would be, wearing something in gold, become more Bappy-like.
Bappy-like. Oh, well, I have pictures with Bappy though. But as I was telling you in the break, I have a heart of gold.
Oh.
How do you read that? All right, but let's talk about gold. And yes, it's trading at an all-time highs in the international markets and the Indian markets as well, fast inching towards that 67,000 per 10 grams, a level that we have never ever seen. And the run-up has been quite strong. Joining me for this discussion now is Saurabh Gadgil. He's MD at PN Gadgil. Saurabh, hi, welcome. All-time highs on gold, and while of course the markets have been ready, expecting that the gold will hit all-time highs in this year, but the speed at which it seems to be doing that, is that baffling you?
Hi, Manisha. Yeah, like they say, gold is at all-time high. The speed has been a little bit of a surprise, but on the ground, people were expecting gold to be really rallying up. The sentiment has been bullish. So even today, right from the start of business, there's been no selling pressure. People have not flocked to sell gold. In fact, we are getting a lot of feedback from customers who are happy that they bought at the right time and gold has gone up. Plus, this week is very important because there are a lot of holidays this week, coming Holi on Monday, Good Friday on Saturday, long weekend. So I think business should be good, and the gold remains in a bullish environment. Even a common man on the street today is talking of, gold will create new highs this year. So I think this price hike was a little unexpected, but I think it's well taken by the market. And I don't see any, setback from this in terms of consumer demand. It will remain strong.
Saurabh, we started this year with around 61 or 62,000 rupees per 10 grams for gold, almost trading at 67,000 now, and the street seems to be talking about 70,000 and prices beyond. What's your sense?
See, last Gudi Padwa, if you look at it, gold was 58,000. This time it's almost 68,000. So we have seen a 10,000 jump in a year's span of a year's time. I think gold this year will remain in a bullish trend because of the US-China crisis, Ukraine, Russia, geopolitical tensions in Israel, Middle East, plus the interest rate, inflation worries. So I don't really see gold coming down. But having said this, we'll see it's not going to be a linear movement upwards. We'll see downward spikes also. But the year looks to be strong, and I advise people that one should really stay invested in gold. Gold is a long-term asset. These are the years for gold, and keep on buying at dips and keep on accumulating gold. Gold will definitely give you good returns in the next 3 years.
All right, Saurabh, that is absolutely golden words spoken by you, because when you look at last 3 years or 5 years, and there were actually some reports suggesting that in last 20 years, barring 3 years, so 17 years, gold actually has given you better returns, and it has definitely beat inflation in many of those years as well. Saurabh, how is the buying happening right now? I mean, yes, people who are invested, as you said, should continue to keep invested because the gold prices are going higher from here. But are new buyers coming in now? Or is there more exchange of gold happening at these higher levels? Are people also coming and selling gold to make use of these prices?
So, Manisha, nobody's at these prices. That is one trend we've seen across all stores. There's no demand for selling, moving, getting out of gold. Yes, a lot of wedding jewelry will be bought with old gold exchange. So a lot of jewelers like us are doing these programs, encouraging people to exchange old gold and make new jewelry. So that is going to take further step up with these high prices. I also feel a lot of people will definitely invest in gold, will definitely buy gold, because the scenario looks bullish. It's like when you look at the Sensex, it's creating a new high, but people are still buying. I think you see the same thing in gold. So I personally think that demand will not be affected. It may move a bit more towards exchange. You'll see a little dip in bullion sales. But, for the year, I think India would see strong demand in gold.
Saurabh, how have been the sales for this quarter until now? I mean, I know it's too early to start seeing those numbers, but January and Feb, we do understand, weren't such a great month. And now, of course, March also comes with March closing. We have elections coming forth, and that is a time that we don't see a lot of movement of higher-priced goods between cities and states there. Do you think those are a couple of factors that can actually weigh on?
See, Jan, like you said, was a little slow. It picked up towards after end of Pouch season. It picked up. February had been good. Till now, March has been quite decent. We'll see the next. I think the next week should be good because a lot of holidays and people have planned purchases. Weddings are there in April, May. So I personally think that it should be a decent quarter. And April to June should be good. I mean, the elections are there. Definitely, it will restrict some movement. But at the same time, if you look at India, the consumption is growing, GDP is growing, there's a lot of positivity. So that will weigh in people's buying. And I don't think this election will see a dip in sales. In fact, we'll see an upward tick in sales. Gudi Padwa should go well. And with this whole bullishness around gold and investment, I think, we are heading for a good season ahead.
Saurabh, just Gudi Padwa, as you said, the wedding season as well begins in the next quarter. And then you also have Akshay Tritiya, which is the second largest gold buying festival after Dhanteras. So what is it that you are working in sense of numbers? So this quarter, do you think is going to be, as you said, just about decent, maybe flat as compared to previous year as well? Is the next quarter going to be better than this one?
This quarter, like I said, will be almost like last quarter. We will not see much growth in terms of quantity. Though in value, everyone will show huge growth because prices have gone up. But I think the first quarter of 2024-25 will be good. These two seasons, Gudi Padwa, Akshay Tritiya, along with the bullishness in the gold prices and the environment around us, wherein there's a lot of sense of positivity, stability in the Indian markets. So I think this quarter should be a good quarter, and we should look at a growth of around 10% over last quarter is what I think.
All right.
This quarter should be a good quarter. There is Gudi Padwa, there is Akshay Tritiya, like you pointed out, the long festive season. Thanks a lot, Saurabh, for joining in and also giving me a great idea. Manisha, you said you have a heart of gold.
No,
how many grams are you giving me?
Okay. Diamonds.
No,
gold. Well, we'll of course talk after about that.
All right, we'll take a short break on that note. Thank you so much for tuning in on Halftime Report. Business Lunch takes all the market action forward.